What's your name?
My name is John Brown.
How long have you lived in this general area?
I've lived here my entire life, which is 20 years.
Okay. Would you say that you believe in the supernatural?
I believe it to an extent. I don't believe in like vampires and goblins and all that crap, but I believe in like ghosts and stuff like that.
Okay. So we're standing in this field. Do you know any specific tales or legends about the gates, the background story, legends, you know what I mean?
I do know that the Ku Klux Klan actually used to meet back here, which is what started a whole lot of the legends. And they actually used to meet right over here in this field. And I know this because my dad actually grew up here when he was a little kid, and he actually used to come out here with his friends, and he would actually watch the Klan have their meeting. And they would have, he said they'd probably have at least 400 or 500 people out here for their meetings about at least once a month. But they used to come back here and they'd kill. This is where they'd kill the little black people that they didn't like. They'd hang them from the bridges, like right there. They'd go right up to the top of the bridge, and they'd tie a rope around their neck, and they'd just throw them over the edge, and then the cars drive underneath.
So have you yourself ever experienced anything weird out here?
Yeah, we drive through the gates all the time. Actually, me and my friends, ever since we were about 16, and you'll hear weird stuff. You'll hear noises and unexplained like occurrences. We were driving through the 6th gate one time, and we got followed by this car that kind of seemed to pop out of nowhere, which was actually one of the legends of the gate. And I don't know if it was just some teenagers trying to be funny or whatever, but it was chasing us through for about 3 miles at about 50, 55 miles an hour.
Do you think a lot of these legends and stories are like imagination, like overactive imagination, or real things have actually happened, or people just being stupid and telling stories?
Hold on, I'm about to stop you. Before you ask that question, about the car, go back and say the legend of the car that's supposed to follow you. Okay? Alright.
Gotcha.
So ask the question about any experiences again, and then explain the thing, and then tell them what happened with you and your experience. Please. Ask the question.
She got this look like she gonna kill you.
Do you have any specific experiences out here?
Yeah, I like to masturbate.
Cut. Part 3, take
Sorry,
2.
we had to relieve some tension there.
Go.
Do you have any specific experiences that you've had out here?
Yeah, you'll have like driving through, you'll have all kinds of weird noises that you'll hear. You'll see stuff, and it's like you can't really explain where that came from or where the noise came from or even really what you saw. But you just kind of always just play it off as, oh, it was just something. But there's actually a legend that when you pass through the 6th gate, you'll get followed by a car. And it's supposed to be a black car, and it'll just flick on its headlights and start chasing you through the gates of hell. And the legend is that this car is trying to run you off the road, and then when it does so, that whatever is in that car is going to come out and kill you. And when me and my friends were driving back here one day, we passed through the 6th gate, and all of a sudden, just on this little side street, this car flicked on its lights and started chasing us about 55 miles an hour for about 3 miles. Now, I don't really believe necessarily that it was like a spirit or anything like that, but it was probably just some kids, but it definitely did happen.
Do you think a lot of these legends are like overactive imagination of teenagers, drug-induced behavior, or do you think it's just a bunch of people trying to scare everyone?
I think it's kind of a mixture of all of it. I think that a lot of the people that come back here doing drugs and drinking, trying to have a good time and trying to see some stuff. And like I said, you're not always going to see stuff, but you definitely will once in a while. And it's when these people come back here drunk and stoned and everything else is when they get into car accidents and end up killing themselves. And people actually come back here a lot and commit suicide. So I think that's got a lot to do with it. But I think the main part of it now is just kind of kids hyping it up for more than it really is and trying to scare people. Like on Halloween, me and my friends came up here this year, and we were going over Acid Bridge, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy in a Mike Myers mask just popped out of nowhere. We ended up having to circle back around to get back where we were going, and and there was about 3 cars full of about 8 or 9 people all in masks and stuff.
So, if you could give advice to people like yourself who've never been back here before, what would you tell them?
I would say they come out here with an open mind, because like I said, if you come back here expecting something to happen, nothing's going to happen. If you come back here thinking nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to happen. But if you come out here with an open mind, I mean, you can see some stuff, you can have a lot of fun, but the big thing is don't come through here, you know, speeding like a maniac and drinking and doing drugs and crap, because that's how a lot of people back here die.
Thank you.
You're welcome.